Alright, so back on the F-150, we got to change the TPS sensor, the throttle position sensor, which is on the bottom of the throttle body. Kind of irritating. So we're just taking a bunch of this crap off that's in the way. We'll go ahead and, if you just gently pry up, you can get your throttle undone. What do we got here? Some vacuum junk. Get it out of the way. Get that out of the way. And here it is down here on the very bottom. Let's go ahead and pull this coolant line. So coolant runs through this. I guess they thought that was a good idea. I don't know how it cools anything off once the engine's hot, but okay. And then, okay. So I tested it with a meter, and the old one was showing wide open throttle while it was in the idle position. So that wasn't letting the injectors, fire when you was trying to start it. Anytime you're messing with these sensors and stuff, you want to go ahead and undo your battery as well. Let's see, nope. There we go. It's 4 3/8 bolts. You can go ahead and get them all loose before I. Okay. And then here. Okay. Go ahead and remove them. I did not get a gasket, which I wish I did, so I'm gonna hope that the gasket don't rip, that it's still in decent shape. I know you should always replace your gasket on your intake like that. Maybe we'll get lucky and someone put a new gasket on here and put a little grease on it, maybe, so it won't stick and rip all the pieces. If that's the case, then we'll pause the video and start it again tomorrow. Let's see. See if we save it. Yep. All right, good. Gasket was saved. Okay. There she is, right there. It's 2 Phillips head screws. Not bad. Don't lose them screws. Out with the junky old. Yeah, you can tell she's been hot. In with the junky new. I just got this from O'Reilly's. I prefer to put a Ford one on here, but they didn't have one in stock. This one has the lifetime warranty on it. Well, this coolant line is kind of big into the way here. Let's see if I can't bend it out of the way without breaking it. Okay. Okay, go ahead and put these screws back in, and we're not going to tighten them down all the way because we need to set this TPS. Right now the throttle's in the closed position. So to set this, you want to plug her in. I pulled this little weather gasket off the back of this plug so I can probe it better. You can go ahead and hook your battery back up. Go in there and turn the key on until you hear the fuel pump run. Okay, negative wire. So what you're looking for is over 4. All right, is it recording? All right, so where we're at is orange wire should have between 4.5 to 5 volts, no more than 5. Green wire needs to be about they say like 96 to 98. This one's at 91. It'll start anyways, but you can move this a little bit. Let's see what we got here. $95. That's good enough for me right there. So what you do is you put your negative, your black on your negative post, and then test your orange wire. Make sure you got 4.5 to 5 volts. Test your green wire. In the closed idle position, you should be around that 92 to 98, and then once it's started and running, wide open throttle goes up to 4 point something. I can't remember. I think it's 4.5 or 4.8, something like that. And okay. Now, since I am reusing the old gasket, I'm gonna grab some grease and kind of rub on that old gasket just to help it out. I like to put grease on the gaskets anyways, so whenever you go to take something back apart later on, it'll separate without tearing your gasket all to pieces. So just rub you a little bit of grease on that gasket. Okay. All right. Now we got that, double check, make sure I tighten that down. Yep. Okay, go turn the key off. All right. And now it's just as easy as going back together with it. All right. Get one started. Oh, don't forget to push that rubber gasket back into the back of your plug. You don't want water getting in there and corroding all your stuff in there. Okay. It's not terrible. I'm sure there's a torque spec to it, but I am just going to give it the old snug it up, and then a little bit more. Same thing up top, go crossways. So diagonal, snug it up, little up top, okay? Go to the bottom, snug it up, little up top. And then last one, snug it up, give it a little more, okay? Go ahead and hook all your junk back up. We got, where's that? Right there. forget, put your throttle. Just snaps back on. We have this vacuum junk. This little plate here. Hold it all steady. Right there. Well, them dogs sound like they're having a good old time. It's going to be a half inch. Let's tighten that down. Bring that back up. All right. Plug your vacuum junk back in. Here's your EGR. You do have a spot on the back of this sensor for your throttle position sensor. You can take and put it right there. Put that right there. Okay, okay. Don't forget your coolant hose. Okay. Let's see if she'll start. Hop in, Memphis. Let's see if it'll fire up.
You need to crank it?
Yep. Start it up. Beautiful. I'm going to leave this open here and want to clean some of these wires up before we put it back together.